All right, I'm back with another Scenes from the Sauna. So it's what time is it now? It's like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I just got off of our Monday morning meetup call. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna come out and jump in the sauna really quickly before my 12 o'clock team call. And today's call was really interesting. It was interesting for a few different reasons. Number one, it was interesting because we talked about just mindset and the beliefs and, you know, the things that we tell ourselves and what it is that we believe about our capabilities as well as our limitations. And then where do we get this stuff from, right? The layers and layers and layers of negativity that's been piled on top of us, just like an onion. You see the layers of an onion. So these layers that have been piled on top of us for years and for decades for many of us. And then, like, how do you get to a point of unpeeling some of these layers, right? And if you guys want to hear, maybe I'll upload this episode or today's episode of a Monday morning meetup for those of you that are not part of a Monday morning meetup. I think you'll get a lot of value out of it. It was a 1 hour long call. We get about 125 people on these calls, and the conversations are fantastic. So, as a matter of fact, they're life-changing. So this morning we had one of our team members, so Nora, who's been on my team for about a year and a half. She's actually one of our publishing coaches as well as a sales team member. And she came in and she did her presentation and she talked about, you know, creating like the next version of you, the next best version of you, and always thinking about what would this version of myself do in this moment. So in these moments of doubt, in these moments where you're lacking confidence, like kind of saying what would this version of myself do in this moment, right? And just pulling that person into that scene in your life, because life is nothing but a movie. It's different scenes, right? And then acting as if you were already that person, right? So that was one of the biggest takeaways for me. She also talked about kind of like how do you create the ideal life so that you get to the point that this person 6 months from now, a year from now, that you want to be, you see it clearly, right? There's total clarity, right? So this video here is more specifically about how sometimes what we see, no one else sees, right? What we see, no one else sees. So for example, I might see that if I'm looking here at the, I have no idea what you call this, but I'm looking at the heater, right, in the sauna. No idea what you call this thing. But I'm here, and I can feel the heat. I can see the intensity, right? But if someone's outside and they're just looking right outside here, right, they have no idea as to what I'm feeling. They have no idea as to how hot it may be. Let's see. Well, let's look at the thermostat. So, do you see that? It's like 155. So they have no idea as to what's happening. Right now, I don't have any sweat on my face or anything like that, right? But I can tell. So for me, it's like, okay, Ty, finish the video. It's getting hot. You got maybe about another 8 minutes here, right? And oftentimes in life, it's exactly the same. No one sees what we see. We see our limitations. We see the lack of belief. We see the doubt. We see what we can't do. And we put all of these things on ourselves, not realizing that no one else sees it. Like, no one else sees it. And we go through life, we walk through life feeling inadequate. We go through life feeling as if we can't accomplish our dreams, we can't accomplish our goals because of the heat that we're presenting to ourselves. Right? We're giving ourselves this heat that no one else is giving to us and no one else feels it. So I'll give you an example. So Noah said, you know, hey Ty, I had been wanting to talk to you about coming in and presenting to the group, presenting to the Monday morning meetup attendees, right? And then she also talked about possibly presenting to our Kindle Cashflow Live or one of our other live events and being someone that shares information. And she says, you know, I had thought about asking you for days and for weeks And I just didn't know what you would say. Right? I didn't know if I could bring value. I didn't know how it would be perceived. And she shared this with me, and I'm like, oh my God, Noah, like, you're such an incredible, amazing person. You're such a giving person. You're such a sweetheart. You're such a talented, you're such a uplifting individual. I wish you would have just approached me the moment you had the thought. Because the value that she brought to the call this morning, the lives that she changed this morning, and as I said, if I get enough comments, if you want me to upload that call, the video from the Zoom call this morning, let me know, and I'll upload it here on this platform. But I need to, if you just go in and comment, upload, that's it, and I'll upload. Or please share. Please share is better. All right, so that way I know. But she changed. I told her after the call, we had a quick chat on Slack, and I said, you know, you have forever changed the lives of the individuals that will see this, the lives of the individuals that that watched it, and that will watch it, including you. All right, go ahead and comment up, please share, and I'll share it with you. So I shared this video with you to remind you that the beliefs that you have are just yours. No one else believes those limitations for you. Go out and do what you need to become the next best, greatest version of yourself. Hopefully this finds you well. Try calling them out. I'm going to spend a few more minutes in this bad boy, and then it's back to work.